Assalamualaikum and hi to our lecturer Professor Madia Johari. Today, me and my group will be present about the building that we chose, which is the hospital KJMC.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuzarini binti Johari. So for this project, second project, we go for the introduction first, as the Kelana Jaya Medical Center or KJMC is a specialist hospital which has been serving the community since 1999 and centrally located in the heart of Kelana Jaya township within the Lebuh Raya Damansara Puchong LDP. So KJMC offer a wide range of healthcare service, from the basic medical and check-up for all type of surgeries, including the inpatient, outpatient treatments, delivery service, especially care, and 24 hours accidents and emergency service. So in line with the aspiration to continuously improving quality of care, KJMC is supported by committed specialist consultant, well-trained experienced staff, nurses and paramedics that provide maximum recovery, care and comfort all to their patients. KJMC owned and managed by KMI Healthcare, which is under TDM Berhad, and other private hospitals is under the same TDM Berhad, which is Kuala Terengganu Specialist Hospital, Kuantan Medical Center, and Taman Desa Center Hospital. But there are several problems that need to be taken care of, which is the first one. The building does not have a proper layout for waste disposal. It has only have a planning. The second one is the whole planning for the building, the whole layout for the building, for the fire safety, fire drill, is not in a proper way. So the third one is the planning may become hardly or difficultly to understand by the staff and the visitor of the hospital itself. So our objective for this project is to understand and identify the problem from the layout of the building. Second one is to improve the condition of layout for the building, so that the problems that are listed in the problem statement can be solved. So the last one is we are planning an idea and propose how to overcome the problems in methodology and do some estimate costs for this whole project. So our scope for this project, the fire safety management and the fire emergency plan applies to all. The requirement extend to the person, those premises, including the staff, the visitor and the contract, whether the permanently or temporarily engaged. The scope of this project is to provide and maintain the passive and the active fire prevention, protection and measure according to the purpose or use of the building, the numbers of occupants and the activity of the process. So next, to carry out and keep under review fire risk assessment, to analyze a building and process fire risk that exists, preventive and protective measure, and to identify area for improvement, to improve or maintain the fire safety specification. So the next one is to identify the number of persons, staff, security or others in the time of the buildings that is responsibly for fire evacuations procedure, and provide information and assistance to the fire service. So where to prepare and keep the risk assessment in relation to use so that the whole staff or people in the building can handle it, so that the reasonable practicable, the risk association with dangerous substance can be controlled.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Nur Izin binti Muhammad Izam. I will talk about the methodology. The methodology is the process that needs to be the improvement and describe the intended design of the facility of the categories in each building, which is housekeeping and scheduled waste disposal and fire safety of the building. First is housekeeping and scheduled waste disposal. Housekeeping and cleanliness at the workplace are closely linked to the industrial safety. The degree to which these activities are effectively managed is an indicator of the safety culture of the organization. Housekeeping and cleanliness not only make the organization a safer place to work in, but also provide a big boost to the image of the organization. First is improve efficiency and productivity. Second is help in maintaining good control over the processes. Third is assist in maintaining the quality of the product. Next is the housekeeping and cleanliness in the organization is the setting of the housekeeping and cleanliness practice and then training the employees in those practice. These practices are to have clear objectives which are practical and attainable. The practices are to comply with the regulatory norm and requirement. These practices are to be safe and simple, so the employees are motivated to follow them. Therefore, the housekeeping and cleanliness practice plan and manage an orderly storage and movement of materials from point to entry to exit. They include a material flow plan which ensure minimal handling. They are the element of housekeeping and cleanliness at workplace. First is dust and dirt removal. Second is flooring. Third is waste disposal. Fourth is tools and equipment. Fifth is maintenance. Next is fire safety of the building. The high-rise building construction concept when compared with other buildings, certain features and characteristics that are considered as the product of the modern evolution. It is filled and composed of the higher system and essential component. Therefore, each of these systems turns out either positive or negative. These elements have an effective role in the overall fire department operation. Most of the components in the high-rise construction focus on safety during emergency or fire risk. This will demand costly building system and unique fire safety codes. The fire and safety issue will different features available in the high-rise building.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hse bin Bandu Hisham. Today I will like to talk about market survey. Medical center have their own market value. Normally, private hospital or private medical center have higher rate than government hospital or local hospital. This part is to analyze the cost of equipment, charge of treatment in medical center, and cost of utilities charged in medical center building itself. Minister of Health said that 50-bed hospital could cost about 80 million ringgit Malaysia. This is show that the cost of a medical center building is very high. Private treatment in Malaysia has been rising for several reasons. Due to the equipment in the medical center cost is the main cause that the medical center is high. Due to new advanced medical and equipment costs being introduced to keep up with international standard, private hospitals have difficulty funding these expenses. The government has been urged to regulate the cost of private healthcare as part of effort to lessen the cost of living in Malaysia. Okay, next, cost equipment and charge of treatment in medical center. The cost of equipment at the medical center is high and expensive, can reach up to millions of ringgit Malaysia. For example, the MRI unit and CT scan. The MRI unit, including installation, costs 7 million, while a CT scan costs almost 1.4 million per unit and would increase to 1.2 million ringgit including the installation. Normal rate for private medical center is higher than government hospital. The another reason why the medical center have higher rate because it has shorter waiting period or to receive medical treatment, well maintained and clean environment, pleasant and luxurious facilities, room service and bigger food and medicine selected are some of the peak offered for the most private hospital. Okay, last is the utility charge. According to Tenaga Nasional Sdn Bhd website, the minimum monthly electric charge for medium voltage general commercial tarif is 600 ringgit Malaysia compared to 7 ringgit 20 sen ringgit Malaysia for a private dwelling which does not carry out any form of commercial activity. The official website of Pengurusan Air Selangor Sdn Bhd shows that the minimum water tarif for government department is 17 ringgit per month compared to the 66 ringgit for commercial, 35 meter cubic and above usage. Minister of Health reported that Ministry of Health is working to reduce the amount of electricity bill at least 3% at this year and minimum 10% for the next year. Green environmental project method have been seen to reduce the use of electricity bill utilities.
Okay, for the project management. Okay, project management. So our project is healthcare project management. So organization engage in some sort of project management. Okay, the process is highly methodical or well resourced or hazard and bootstrap. So project management in healthcare is distinguished because it takes complexity and reaches the whole new level. So here's some of the primary reason is difference. Oh, so first one is the high stake, which is the harsher and more serious ramification project go over budget or schedule question well-being being at stake. So any mistake of the process can be have a detrimental effect on patient. So one example of a high stakes project management in healthcare is in the industry widely initiative to switch from paper to electronic record. So the next one is heavy regulation. So the healthcare industry face more regulation than other industry, which is including HIPAA, patient privacy laws. There's a heightened need to protect sensitive information, and to do that, facilities have added a layer of approval. So project often must be signed off by the hospital, local and Malaysia healthcare government, which is Ministry of Health. So this led to more complex projects and more rigorous project management requirement. So the third one, constantly which is changing the industry. So the healthcare industry is a service oriented and made up in the large part by a highly skilled practitioner. In other words, people cannot easily be replaced by technology. So while there are increasing demand for healthcare, there is a shortage of healthcare, which is unprofessional, which is negatively, impacting their productivity. So affecting project management can help span the gap. So the next point, the diverse stakeholder. So many of these challenges of heavy regulation to high risk translates that a lot of cooks in the kitchen hospital project management involve a lot of diverse stakeholders. So some project require approval from hospital boards, provider, patient, state, and national government, which can be only be handled with project management. So the last point. So the last point is the benefit of project management in healthcare. So when done right, so the practice of project management is invaluable to healthcare providers. So it helps the organization make improvement and operate more effectively in various areas. So the last word for project management is so the main reason to invest in effective healthcare project management is because there is such high stakes in the industry. So patient lives are being affected. So by using the right approach and tools for project management, it can save life and boost patient well-being, so as well as improve daily process and outcome of all healthcare providers working in the industry.
So capital investment is needed for its operation. Hospital capital investment is important for purchasing technology and equipment necessary to serve patient needs. Reducing capital investment by hospital have negative implication for patient outcome. As for this problem, there is not much expense for the capital investment, but there is improvement needed for this building. One of it is fire safety equipment. So the equipment is working in good condition, but for action and daily maintenance required to make sure the equipment be in a good condition. Fire not only cause damage to the building, but it can cause danger to its occupants. So there are around 6 equipment that needed to be maintained. The first one is sprinkler system. Second one is cut-off device. The third one is emergency lighting. Fire hydrant, hose reel system. Next one is manual fire alarms. The last one is portable fire extinguisher. For the information, all of the item is stated in 1 unit quantity cost. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, and I'm Muhammad Farhan. I will tell about the benefits. One of the most important types of benefits green buildings offer is to our climate and the natural environment. Green building can not only reduce or eliminate negative impacts on the environment by using less water, energy or natural resources, but they can in many cases have a positive impact on the environment at the building or city scales by generating their own energy or increasing biodiversity. First is improved health. Green buildings can be beneficial to health. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, outdoor air is 2 to 5 times less polluted than indoor air. Building and furnishing material such as paints, cleaning products, and carpets can be dangerous for human health. The use of sustainable material can help with the purification of the air. Second is increased productivity. Environmentally friendly workspaces help employees perform better while reducing absenteeism. The better the environment, the easier it is to concentrate and work effectively toward the completion of tasks. It is also good for employees who join the fire safety training in the workplace. Fire safety training reduce the likelihood of fires starting and give employees the confidence to deal with emergencies. Employees that have fire safety training will be able to act accordingly to keep themselves and others safe. Next, lifelong skills. Fire safety is a skill that is going to benefit employees for the rest of their life. It is a transferable skill that won't just benefit employees in the workplace, but will make them more confident at home and day to day. Although being able to use fire safety equipment is an important aspect of fire safety and a fantastic skill to have, it is often the confidence and ability to remain calm during the pressure of an emergency that makes dealing with an emergency much safer. That's all. As for conclusion, the success of a hospital is usually attributed to the skills of its doctor and nurses, but there is a club of behind-the-scenes personnel who are always on toes to keep the wheels of any healthcare facility smoothly turning. Hospital administration is all about weaving the different units of a hospital together into a cohesive whole. Management tools play important role in the day-to-day functioning of a hospital. A few hospitals have training programs for their staff and use incentive to ensure that their employees function in a competent and professional manner. There must be coordination and understanding between various departments, and this can only be achieved if the administrative and the medical staff have tolerance and respect for each other. A good hospital or fully facilitated hospital will attract the visitors to come and do the therapy and medical checkup. Thank you.